This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
The health department's issuing dozens of orders to landlords to fix broken air conditioners. I'm Call 6 Investigates Kara Kenny with what the health department wants you to know.
Temperatures stifling at times today. Actual temperatures around 90. Heat index is pushing 100. We'll talk about the storms that developed as well.
And remembering the mothers, the program aiming to provide support to the grieving women who have lost a child to violence in Indianapolis. Good evening here at 6. We begin tonight with that oppressive heat. The only thing that's brought some temperature relief to some areas are the downpours like this one in Fishers.
So we're going to get right to Storm Team 6 Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory to see what's ahead for tonight. It's kind of a tough battle. Do you want the rain or the heat?
We're getting both.
You're getting all of it.
Right.
You're getting all of it.
It'll all even out, and by Monday, we'll be in a state of perfection. How about that? Let's talk about our headlines. Next 24 hours, we'll continue with these periods of thunderstorms. You get a thunderstorm, you may see an inch or more of rain in an hour's period of time. Temperatures through the day tomorrow and on Sunday will still be on the humid side with temperatures well into the 80s, more comfortable early next week. We've been talking about thunderstorm development within Marion County, right over the airport now. Heavy downpour. This is moving to the north and east, also between Brownsburg and Eagle Creek Reservoir. Heaviest rainfall, though, western portions of Clinton County, just west of Frankfort at this point and east of Lafayette. Other thunderstorms with some real heavy downpours south of Terre Haute between Sullivan and Vincennes. We'll continue with these pockets of heavy rainfall this evening. Rain cooled 75 in Lafayette, 84 in Indy with the rain over the airport right now, and then 76 in Bloomington. Between now and 11 o'clock tonight, thunderstorms continue. They'll be fairly kind of spread out. Not everybody's going to see those. Temperatures stay well into the 70s even as we approach midnight.
Well, the summer heat is brutal, and for some people, they are sweating it out with broken air conditioning. The health department is cracking down on landlords to make sure they fix broken AC units. Call 6 Investigates Kara Kenny is working for you tonight. She's crunching the numbers to find out what's being done to address this problem and what the health department wants you to know.
This is a stack of violations issued by the Marion County Public Health Department in the past few weeks. Essentially, they're ordering landlords to fix broken air conditioners. Troy Holyfield is hot inside his East Side apartment.
Put ice or cold rags on and try to stay as cool as you can with the situation.
He's using fans and opening windows and doors.
It's like you've been in the Bahamas with no shade all day and all night.
Only this is no vacation. Troy lives at Emerson Place. An apartment complex hit this week with a violation notice from the health department for broken air conditioning. The health department ordered them to fix the AC within 24 hours by July 3rd. This is a notice to the landlord saying you got to fix the problem.
Well, that's a great thing, Dan. I appreciate any help that comes along.
But Troy says many tenants are still waiting.
Everybody in this unit but one is out. That unit over there, they got about the same situation. And this unit back here, they're pretty much out.
Call 6 Investigates stopped by the apartment office, but they're closed until Monday. But we left our business card and will follow up. We obtained data from the health department and found landlords across central Indiana cited for the same problem. Since May 3rd, the health department issued 113 orders for broken air conditioning. 31 of them were considered an emergency. The health department says they typically reserve emergency orders for when someone is elderly or has a serious medical need for AC.
It's going to depend on several factors: medical necessity, the age of the individuals living there, whether their windows would open or not, if they've got screens in them. So we would consider various factors.
In an emergency order, the landlord has 24 hours to fix the AC. If it's a regular order, they could have a month to fix it.
A person that's in good health and doesn't have any medical need, then that's why it would not be considered an emergency. I mean, if they can open windows, they've got screens, things like that, then it's not an emergency.
Team leader Laura Morgan says although many renters want the problem fixed immediately, many landlords are trying to fix the problem.
air conditioning repairmen are busy.
Emerson Place and other landlords can face a fine of up to $2,500 if they fail to fix the problem. Records show they've started legal proceedings against several apartment complexes over broken AC. As for Troy, he just wants the AC back up and running.
I'm hoping that we get an ice box soon.
An ice box, is that what they call it?
Yes, ma'am.
One of the biggest misconceptions is that the health department can fix broken air conditioners. They cannot. That's up to the landlord. Kara Kenny, RTV6.
Thanks, Kara. And the health department says if your health is in danger, you should call 911 or go to an air-conditioned place like a cooling center, a mall, shelter, or a friend's place. And all new at 6 tonight, a juvenile is under arrest for arson at the Stony Brook Commons apartments on the Far East Side. Home security video shows what appears to be a boy starting the fire last Thursday night, June 27th. The fire caused an estimated $125,000 in damage and displaced more than 20 residents. Tonight on the news at 11, we'll talk with some of those tenants.
A memorial today to honor a Metro police officer killed in the line of duty. This marks 5 years since the shooting death of IMPD officer Perry Wren on July 5th, 2014. A ceremony in his honor was held this afternoon around his gravesite at Crown Hill Cemetery. Officer Wren was shot and killed while responding to a call of shots fired at East 34th Street and Forest Manor Avenue. The gunman was convicted of Wren's death. Police say the incident is a reminder that Metro Police will always get out of their cars.
And as you think of the consequences of just showing up and trying to help people, I hope you remember Perry and that he continued to do that. The police department, after that, continued to show up. No matter what happens, we always get out of our car and we always continue to show up.
As part of the memorial, the Central Indiana Police Foundation passed out commemorative coins of Wren, as well as information about his life. In connection to Officer Wren's death, Major Davis II is serving life in prison without parole at the state prison in Michigan City. And as the number of homicides in Indianapolis continues to rise this summer, family members are left behind grieving the loss of their loved one. One group is working to provide support to mothers impacted by that violence. As RTV6's Nicole Griffin found out, group leaders say the mothers are often the ones that are forgotten.
A support system within Indianapolis is connecting mothers who share a common bond and, unfortunately, a pain they don't wish on any other mother.
What we try to do is provide an atmosphere where the mothers can feel safe to come in and share their stories to begin that healing process.
A Mother's Cry is a group made up of mothers from all across Indianapolis, mothers who have lost a child to violence.
It's helped me a lot, because I got a place where I could go, with my grief and, don't feel judged or, some days we might not even talk about our children, they pamper us and, do activities.
Sheila Dunlop's son was killed in May of 2014. Before she joined A Mother's Cry, the grief was so heavy, she didn't know where to turn for help.
First, I felt all alone, I really didn't know what to think or what to do because, that was my baby boy. That's when the Mother's Cry came along, it felt good because I had hope.
The group meets every third Saturday of the month at the East 38th Street Library. Right now, there are around 15 members, but group leaders say they know there are other mothers out there that need support.
A lot of them, they feel that shock and disbelief. A lot of mothers struggle with guilt.
Crystal Hicks is a psychologist that works with the mothers. She teaches them the importance of self-care, processing emotions, and how to develop coping skills.
I would want them to know that their story matters, that what happened to them matters, and that there's a place that they can come and find refuge. There's mothers who've been on this journey for a while, and they may be able to draw strength from them, and that when you talk about what you've been through, it can help you process it.
She wants mothers who are feeling this pain to know there is a group for them that can help as they continue grieving the loss of their child. Nicole Griffin, RTV6.
A Mother's Cry is part of the Ross Foundation. If you want to be a part of the group, register online at rossfoundationcommunity.org. The location for the gatherings does change from time to time.
The Indianapolis Metro Police Department has some new recruits, and they're a big get. Our Aaron Lish introduces us to the new members of the IMPD Mounted Patrol, thanks to the local stars of a popular TV show.
We have Axel and Abel here, and they aren't horsing around. They are saddled up and ready to join the force here thanks to a major donation. Since 1983, IMPD Mounted Patrol have roamed the streets of Indy. Now they have 2 new horses thanks to HGTV's 2 Chicks and a Hammer. Those with the patrol say these horses can cost at least $5,000, so they're lucky for the generosity of Mina and Karen.
The private world has seen how well these draft crosses are, so they're pricing police departments out of these horses. So for us to have a connection like Mina and Karen, and we're able to find these horses at a reasonable price to get these, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing.
The horses are used for crowd control, provide a better view for officers rather than on foot patrol, and help connect with the community. 2 Chicks and a Hammer say we can all do something to help give back to Indy.
I don't think everybody has the financial resource to donate a horse, but everybody can do something. We can all do something, even if it's picking up a little trash or turning on a porch light. We can all do something to make our city better.
You can show your support by donating to the IMPD Mounted Patrol so they can build permanent stables for the horses on the near west side. Erin Lish, RTV6.
Shelter animals and workers need your help and kindness. That's the message of a new campaign launched by Spay Neuter Services of Indiana. It's called July Acts of Kindness. All you have to do is something nice for a shelter dog or cat. You could take an animal for a walk, foster for a day, adopt, buy a spay neuter license plate, or offer a simple word of thanks.
Saying thank you can change someone's life too. They can end their day with a smile and know that they're appreciated. So saying thank you is so important, whether it's just reaching out on Facebook or stopping by the shelter, donating something and saying thank you for all that you do. Make sure that this month you're thanking your animal shelter workers.
Spay Neuter Services of Indiana says you can also donate money or supplies to a shelter or even share a post on social media. Just make sure you share your acts of kindness and include the hashtag July Acts of Kindness there. So it's that easy, right?
Always good to keep up all year long, too.
Right. Well, still ahead here on RTV6 News at 6, how to prevent foodborne illnesses when eating outside in all this heat.
Plus, getting on the fast track to a career in the IT field, the program that gets you ready to meet the high demand.
And it's time to start thinking about back to school, where kids can get free supplies tomorrow and what you need to know to be eligible.
Heavy rain and lots of lightning. Here is Frankfort and Clinton County to the northwest between Delphi and Frankfort, right through Rossville. Heavy rainfall. We'll find other downpours and look at your weekend forecast as well.
Peace of mind at Westminster Village North.
This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Hiring Hoosiers is our initiative here at RTV6 to connect you to job opportunities and training. And right now, skilled IT workers are in high demand. My Computer Career is putting students on a fast track to get a career in the IT field. Robert Felvis was looking for a career change when he finished his active duty contract with the U.S. Army. He enrolled in My Computer Career, and just a year later, he's now working at the Indy campus, helping students who are in the same place he once was, leaving the military and transitioning into civilian life.
With all of the lessons that the military taught me about attention to detail and making sure that you can follow the steps quickly and get to the right answer really helped me out here.
That's the one thing that makes this program special, is it's geared directly towards getting certifications which allow for somebody to go out and be employed right away.
My Computer Career is veteran friendly. They are approved to use the GI Bill for funding. It allows for people in the military to come take courses and use funding they are getting from the military. For information on how you can apply, head to hiringhoosiers.com. And if that is not right for you, maybe you'll find what you're looking for at a job fair next week. It will be held in the Grand Hall at the State Fairgrounds from 10 to 2 on Wednesday. Several companies will be there, including Harrah's Hoosier Park, Indiana Grand Racing and Casino, Raytheon, and United Health Group. Be sure to bring your resume to the event.
Kids and families in the Fountain Square neighborhood of Indianapolis can get a leg up tomorrow on getting ready for back to school. The Salvation Army is holding a Backpack Community Fun Day tomorrow at its Fountain Square Coors Community Center. 1337 Shelby Street is the location. Families with school-age children who live in the 46203 and 46225 zip codes are welcome to attend the free event and receive a free backpack, school supplies, and an IPS uniform polo. Proof of address is required, and all children must be present and accompanied by an adult. Doors open at noon. The event runs until 3 o'clock. Be careful at your barbecues over the weekend. That is the warning from health professionals who say foodborne illnesses peak in the summertime, especially around the 4th of July. This is due to the warm weather making it easier for bacteria to grow in your food and more people cooking outside and not following safe food handling protocols. The main illnesses that people catch are salmonella, norovirus, and cryptosporidium. If you're planning to have a cookout, keep you and your guests safe by cleaning all the surfaces, separating meats and vegetables, and keeping the meat on ice until you're ready to grill. You'll also want to make sure you cook it at the correct temperature. Health professionals also warn you to be cautious with hanging on to picnic or barbecue leftovers.
Toss things away after they've been out for 2 hours. But if it's greater than 90 degrees like it has been, about an hour, and then I would just toss it away. It's not worth getting sick for a week or two.
Symptoms of foodborne illnesses include vomiting, fever, diarrhea, and dehydration. If you contract food poisoning and have a fever of 102, you should see a doctor.
Expanding cloud cover and the downpours have put a damper on temperatures. We've cooled off. The only place close to 90 right now, 89 in Peru. You too will have thunderstorms approach from your southwest. Not to say that it's still not uncomfortable. That humidity is still sky high. Okay, this is looking to the north and west, right over Eagle Creek Reservoir. It will move northeast. Those of you in Zionsville, heads up and along I-65 into Boone County as some heavy rain will move your way. There's exactly what I'm talking about. It's now just north of Interstate 74. There's I-65 and 465 on the northwest side. That rain's moving north and east. Okay, a lot more lightning with this storm right over Rossville, just northwest of Frankfort, up to Delphi, Burlington in the path. This will make its way into western Howard County as well. And with all of these today, they've had that heavy rain potential where you could pick up an inch in an hour's period of time. The thunderstorm near Zionsville, then you come back into central Boone County, just northwest of Lebanon, heavy downpour that will cross 52 and I-65, 40-mile-per-hour winds, and maybe some pea-sized hail as the storm moves north of Vincennes and moves to the northeast. That will move between Sullivan and Bloomfield. That's our radar tour. Tomorrow, when Kyle is with you, we'll be going through the same thing, tracking downpours at this time. Thunderstorms are likely. Sunday through Wednesday, likely we stay dry, at least until Wednesday afternoon when the thunderstorm chances come back up. Notice our temperature trend. No 90s in the near future. Will be warm tomorrow and uncomfortably humid through the day, but a cold front will start to send our humidity levels lower, and you'll really feel the difference as we get to Monday and Tuesday. 88 tomorrow, thunderstorms becoming widespread in the afternoon and evening. Sunday, we kind of turn off the rainfall and dry out. 85 degrees through the day tomorrow. The thunderstorm timing will impact the eventual high temperature, but still well into the 80s. That's north to south. The wind will be out of the northwest as the cold front comes through, and that means temperatures will respond and be cooler for the remaining part, at least of the short term in the 7-day planner. Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., early day plans should be dry. Then the thunderstorms fire up once the temperatures reach into the 80s, 1 to 4, expanding area of thunderstorms. They're still with us tomorrow evening, but by 11 o'clock, they're starting to fade away. 7-day planner, very comfortable Monday and Tuesday, probably two best days within the 7-day planner, pushing 90 with the thunderstorm chances returning as we get to the middle of next week. Enjoy the brief change, but noticeable change.
Noticeable. Yeah, that's right. All right.
We'll take a little bit. Well, we have Brad Brown standing by with a look at sports. A lot going on with the Pacers out of state.
Indeed. 104 in Vegas today. It's a dry heat, though, so sit by the pool and enjoy it. The Pacers, though, have some work to do. They will start playing tomorrow in the Las Vegas Summer League. An interesting wrinkle with this year's squad. Most of these guys have played some pro ball at some level already, so while the roster says rookie several times, that's not really the case for most of them. An aggressive level of play we saw in the couple of practices we attended this week. That was really at both ends of the floor. A lot of quickness among the group, and several guys really need to prove themselves, not just for the Pacers, but to get a look from any NBA team going forward. Fort Wayne G League coach Steve Gansey will be in charge of the Pacers squad this week.
You see all the scouts, you see the executives, you see some of these other guys, but you know, you want to showcase yourself and do some things, but you know, these guys should know their games and they should play to their strengths, not their weaknesses. So go out there, enjoy it, and have fun.
Pacers guaranteed 4 games in pool play. The first tomorrow against Memphis. It's at 7 o'clock Indiana time. Detroit, Atlanta, Toronto are the other opponents. The teams are then seeded for a playoff, and those games start next Friday. All of them played out there on the UNLV campus. The Indians playing some extra baseball at Victory Field tonight. It's a doubleheader against Toledo. Game 1 is just getting underway. They'll play a pair of 7-inning games with a 30-minute break in between. Tribe are trying to bounce back from a tough 7-6 loss last night. Next week, a lot of eyes will be on a former Indy player. Pirates first baseman Josh Bell has been lighting up pitchers all season to the tune of 26 home runs and 81 RBI. His 59 extra base hits have him on pace that hasn't been seen since Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig. Well, Bell will be in the home run derby on Monday night, and the guy throwing to him will be Indians assistant hitting coach John Schwinn. The pair were drafted the same year by the Pirates and have remained close since.
When he went up to the big leagues, I was kind of shuffling back and forth with him while I was still playing. So, but yeah, throughout his career, when I played with him in the minor leagues, there wasn't really a doubt. There's something special there, and you can see it. First 2 minutes you're with him, and then when you actually get a chance to see him work, it's a whole different level.
Of more on their pairing in the home run derby coming up tonight at 11 in our Sports Extra Spotlight. Finally tonight, Coco Mania continues at Wimbledon. The 15-year-old from Florida won again today, fighting off a pair of match points in the second set to stay in it. She won the third set 7-5. Golf advances to the 4th round Monday. She is the 5th youngest woman ever to make it this far in a major tennis tournament. Joey Logano starts on pole for the NASCAR Cup race in Daytona. That one is tomorrow night under the lights. Time for our final break. We're back to finish up the news at 6 next.
Monday, Ashley Home Store, now open in Whitestown.
I'll try not to make you dizzy, but I want to take you on a little radar tour. From near Zionsville through Lebanon to Frankfurt and Delphi, all that rain heavy moving northeast. Some other thunderstorms coming in between Terre Haute and Vincennes. They'll expand toward Bloomfield, Bedford, and Bloomington.
Up next is World News here on RTV6.
Thanks for joining us.